Good evening. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about my trip to Greece and Italy over this past summer. So we got to Charlotte Douglas Airport, which is where we took off to go to Canada. I realized at this time that there weren't very many people on this trip that I had close relationships with. The only person I had a close relationship with was my best friend, who was also on this trip. When we got to Canada, this was the first time I'd really encountered a lot of foreign people and foreign cultures. Toronto's airport is one of the main places for most flights around the globe to come to, and so I encountered a lot of different people from different races and different nationalities. The very first time I encountered foreign money was also in Toronto's airport. We went to a Subway where I looked on the menu and was trying to figure out how much I would have to pay for a meal, and ended up giving up trying to figure out the conversion rate and just gave them a $20 bill and got whatever I got back. It was really interesting to see the foreign currency at first, just because I'd never really held foreign money in my hands and wanted to see the differences. Then we took a flight to Italy, and I only got about 5 hours of sleep because it was an overnight flight. But we arrived there, and the very first place we went was the Spanish Steps, which is where the Spanish Embassy in Italy is located. Then that's the first place I experienced Italian culture and Italian food and their climate. My favorite places were the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, and the Vatican. The Vatican is not technically part of Italy, but it's still located within Italy's territory. So the Vatican is the home of the Catholic Church. The Roman Forum is the very first place that the Roman civilization was formed. And the Colosseum, which is the most important of these three, was one of the greatest structures ever created, especially for their time. And the size of it is very, you're at awe when you see it. And it's very important to my culture because I'm a Christian, and a lot of Christians were martyred here. The food in both Italy and Greece was amazing. I had ravioli that was absolutely amazing, and then I had lamb for the first time when we were in Greece, it was so good I even had it twice. We took a boat ride to Greece, and we pulled an all-nighter on this boat, and we had a lot of good talks. We talked about college, we talked about the government, and we talked about religion. And this is when I started to learn a lot about my peers and a lot of people I didn't know before, and see their perspective on a lot of topics. So when we were in Greece, we saw temples and we saw the Parthenon, and all these were also really cool to see. The very last night of the trip, we were staying right beside the Aegean Sea, which is part of the Mediterranean. It's located between Turkey and Greece, and we also pulled an all-nighter this night. We stayed in the ocean from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Then we got out and played Uno till 5:30, and then got back in the sea to watch the sunrise. That's one moment that I will never forget, is just spending time with these new people I've learned to love and build relationships with, and just watch the sunrise with them. So after an adrenaline field trip, we were all tired and ready to come back, and me and my friends that were out all night ended up sleeping 7 of the 10 hours of the flight back. And once we got back to Toronto, since our flight had been delayed an hour from Greece to Toronto, we almost missed our flight back to Charlotte, but luckily they held the flight for us and we made it back home safely. And we ended up taking a bus back to the school, and the first person I saw when I got off the bus was my mom. And that's when it really hit how much I had missed my family and my friends over this trip, and just how important they were to me. So what I really want you to get from this story is how important the people in your life are, and how much they really should mean to you and really do mean to you, and then how much these relationships you build with other people impact your life, and how much it means to you and to me. And then I also want you to learn from this to follow your dreams. Go see the things you want to see and do the things you want to do, because you might never have the chance to do it again. Thank you.